Tamil for beginners. Lesson 1 பாடம் 1 Chapter 1 பகுதி 1 Introduction அறிமுகம். Before we get into this course, I would like to tell you a little bit about the Tamil that is offered in this course. Tamil is one of the oldest languages that is still alive today. But of course, the Tamil that is used today is not the same as the Tamil that has been used over the past. The authority of the Tamil script and grammar comes from this very old book called Tolkappiyam, a book commonly known as written by Tolkappiyar, although it is not clear whether Tolkappiyar was one person or many people who added to one book. We don't know this actually, but it's commonly known that Tolkappiyar wrote Tolkappiyam, and the Tolkappiyam has the entire grammar and rules and structure of Tamil as a language, and how it must be written and how it must be spoken and all of that. The Tamil that Tolkappiyam advocates is called Sentamil or Semmori, classical Tamil or classical language. Now Sentamil is the basis of all the Tamils that exist today. And when I say all the Tamils, in this I include Malayalam, because Malayalam is basically a Sanskritized Tamil of the mountain region of old Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has basically 3 to 4 dialects of Tamil, and they're popularly differentiated as the based on the 4 kingdoms that existed in Tamil Nadu. The Pandyan Tamil, which is the Pandyan kingdom, which is way down south. Madurai was the capital. And then there's the Chera Tamil, which was near the Kongu Nadu of Coimbatore and further on towards Kerala. Then there was the Chora Tamil, the Chora Nadu, which was situated in Tanjavur, so the nose of Tamil Nadu. And there's Pallava Tamil, which has a lot of influence from Telugu and Kannada, and its capital, the Pallava kingdom, was situated in Kanchi. Well, like every other language, there has never, apart from Tolkappiyar's writing, there has always been various dialects of Tamil, and there still exist many different dialects and ways to speak Tamil. Politics has had a lot to do with this. Governance has had a lot to do with this, because each kingdom preferred a certain type of Tamil for the ease of administration and also cultural growth. Many of these kingdoms were quite affected by Shaivism, Vaishnavism, but also by Buddhism and Jainism. They have all been very much strong in Tamil Nadu. We have many old mythologies, such as Silabbadikaram, which is a Jain text, Kundalakesi, and many Manimekalai. Some of them are Buddhist texts, some of them are Jain texts, some of them are Shaivite texts, some of them are Vaishnavite texts. But Tamilagam, that's what it's called. The Tamilagam is called the region of the Tamil speaking people. Tamilagam has actually exchanged with so many parts of the world. There were so many influences from China, from Java, from Thailand, Cambodia, Sumatra, Borneo, from Egypt, from Italy, from Arabia, from East Africa. There are so many exchanges. Trade happened on a regular basis in the Indian Ocean, and therefore words have also been exchanged. Now, even today, popularly we call window or cupboard or table. These are all mesai, almari, and jannal. These are words taken from Portuguese, and they are very much part of the Tamil language today. This mainly because Tamil didn't have some of these words before. People didn't have cupboards and tables, so that might be seen as one of the reasons why we didn't have these particular words. There have also been exchanges with Sanskrit, where Sanskrit has given many words, and there have also been words that have been taken from Tamil into Sanskrit. I was listening to a recent conversation of linguists that argued successfully that the word Veda comes from Tamil. It suffices to say that there have been a lot of exchange, and there are a lot of it's the story of language is always like this. However, there has also been issues in this exchange because of a particular movement of Brahmanism, of casteism that entered Tamil Nadu, which has been, especially in the 19th and 18th century, has been contested vigorously in Tamil Nadu, and that is part of the reason for some of the movements here, and that has made a huge impact on language. Now, the Brahmanization of Tamil, which is called Tamil Brahmi, which is basically to add Sanskrit words into the Tamil text. It was used a lot by the upper caste, and it has been rejected by a large faction of Tamil linguists and literature experts, and also the many factions of the Tamil community. So the Tamil I am going to offer in this course, it's called Tuya Tamil, which is pure Tamil. Tuya Tamil. Tuya Tamil is a culmination of the various dialects of Tamil, the Chora, Chera, Pandya, Pallava Tamil, but with the exclusion of the Brahmin Tamil. But it is not a mixture of dialects alone. It has its foundation on Sentamil and the Tolkappiyam. Now, as a learner, it's good to appreciate the difference between Tuya Tamil and something like Hochdeutsch or French or the English, the UK English, that was the British English that was offered by various European countries. In these countries, other languages or other dialects were rejected to uphold a certain one language that was recognized as the higher or the superior German, the Hochdeutsch. Or in France, many languages have been destroyed and discouraged in order to set up French as the national language. This story goes alongside industrialization and the nationalist movement that happened in Europe in the 17th, 18th, 19th centuries. And this has created a different demographic over there and over here. In India, Tamil Nadu missed out on the Industrial Revolution, being completely colonized in that time. And one of the main things that impacted Tamil Nadu was its adjoining or taking part in the Indian independence movement, because the various countries of India aspired to self-determination and inclusivity. This was part and parcel of the Indian movement, and it's what created the Indian Union. So when Tamil Nadu decided to be part of the Indian Union and be part of the structure, it acquired also its freedom to maintain its diversity. Therefore, in the creation of Tuya Tamil in the last 200 years, bringing together all the dialects and bringing together the foundation of Centamil, it was clearly understood that Tamil would be an inclusive form and not an exclusive form, to the most part, of course. It rejected a lot of Sanskrit and it rejected a lot of English that had also seeped into the language. And English has a lot of effect on Tamil Nadu today, probably on all of India, but anyhow. In Tamil Nadu, Tamil is for the literate or for the illiterate reason for pride. People take a lot of pride in the language. It gives them the hope of diversity, of culture, of education. It's the sign of intellect and thought. One can even go as far as to say the Tamil people often tend to even respect a person speaking the Tuya Tamil, the proper Tamil, even when they don't agree with them. And this has its advantages and disadvantages. So the Tamil I offer is that ability to speak the language properly. This will allow the learner, wherever they are in any part of the world that speaks Tamil, they will be understood and they will be able to communicate. There are colloquial languages, the colloquial dialects of Tamil, that at times might sound far from Tuya Tamil, but actually they are all based upon Tuya Tamil. And the key factor is that even the people who speak all the dialects, they still understand Tuya Tamil, and they also, when they learn to read and write, they all learn to read and write in Tuya Tamil. So, having said this much, without going too much into a history lesson, I think let's just start with the course.